Welcome, my dear students. Already we have established the algebraic properties of real numbers as a field. We have established that the set of all real numbers is a field. But there are other properties for real numbers which we need to investigate. In general, a real numbers can be stated as a complete ordered field, which means it has three main properties which needs investigation. The first one is it is a field which we have already established. The second one is which is ordered, which means that every two real number can be compared or it can be arranged in some sort of order using some partial ordering relation. And the last one is set of all real numbers is a complete structure. Before we discuss further about completeness, in this video we will only discuss about the ordering property. The ordering property of real numbers can be stated as there exists a non-empty subset P of R which is called the set of all positive numbers which satisfies the following three properties. The first one is whenever two elements A and B are in P, their sum also belongs to P. Whenever two elements A and B is in P, the product AB also belongs to P. The third and the last one is if A is any real number, then either A is an element of P or A is the additive identity 0 or A is not an element of P, which further imply that minus A is an element of P. This third property is called trichotomy, law of trichotomy. In other words, in the case of real numbers, ordering means there exists a class of subsets which is called the positive real numbers, which is closed under addition and closed under multiplication, and every real number is either is in P or it is equal to 0 or its negative is in P. Using this ordering property, we define a partial order less than or equal to or greater than or equal to in the case of real numbers. There are some remarks which relates to this. The first one is the set minus P, which is called the set of all negative numbers, which is the set of all minus A where A belongs to P, or the additive inverse of all the elements in P are called the negative numbers, and every element has a distinct additive inverse. So there exists no element which is common to both P as well as minus P. Using this and the ordering property, we can subdivide the set of all real numbers into three different classes. The first one is the set of all positive numbers, and the set of all negative numbers, and the 0. So the set of all real numbers is a union of three disjoint sets P, minus P, and the set 0. And using the ordering property, we can define the notion of inequality, which helps us in comparing any two given real numbers, which can be stated as if A and B are any two elements in R, then if A minus B is an element of P, that is a set of all positive numbers, which means that A is greater than B or B is less than A. Both are same. In other words, A minus B belongs to P means that A minus B is greater than 0, which means that A is greater than B. So using the argument A minus B is in P of the ordering property, we have successfully defined a relation connecting the two elements A and B. If we add 0 to P, that is if A minus B belong to P union set 0, then A minus B either belongs to P or A minus B equal to 0. A minus B belongs to P implies A is greater than B. A minus B equal to 0 implies A equal to B. If we add both of them together, we can safely say that A greater than or equal to B or B less than or equal to A. So A greater than or equal to B implies A minus B belong to P union set 0. So using ordering property, we have successfully defined inequalities in real numbers, which helps in comparing any two given real numbers. And another remark is the law of trichotomy, which can also be stated as given any two real numbers A and B, either A is less than B or A is equal to B or A is greater than B. This statement can be easily established using the definition of inequality. So if we are given with two real numbers A and B, or A and B belongs to P, then A minus B has an additive inverse which is called minus B. Then A minus B is a real number which is either in P or which is equal to 0 or minus of A minus B is in P by the law of trichotomy. If A minus B is in P, we can safely say that A is greater than B, which is the third part of the law of trichotomy. If A minus B is equal to 0, then we obtain the second part of law of trichotomy, that is A equal to B. If A minus B not in P, then minus of A minus B is in P, that is B minus A belongs to P. If B minus A belongs to P, by the definition of inequality, we can say that A less than B. So, law of trichotomy can also be stated as if A and B are two real numbers, then either A less than B or A equal to B or A greater than B. Now we move on to some other properties of the set of all real numbers. The property is if A and B and C are any three elements of R, then A greater than B and B greater than C implies A greater than C. That is, the inequality holds the transitive property. A related to B and B related to C implies A related to C if we use the argument related to as greater than. So A greater than B and B greater than C implies A greater than C. Let's prove this. A greater than B implies A minus B is an element of P, our positive set. B greater than C means B minus C is an element of our positive set P. So A minus B and B minus C are elements of P and P is closed under addition. So the sum of A minus B plus B minus C is also an element of P, which implies A minus B plus B minus C, which is equal to A minus C is an element of P. By the definition of inequality, A minus C belongs to P implies A is greater than C, which proves the first argument. Let's move on to the second argument. If A greater than B, then A plus C greater than B plus C, which means that addition of an element does not change the inequality at all. Let's prove this. A greater than B implies A minus B is an element of P. Now we add C and subtract C. So A minus B can also be written as A plus C minus B plus C, which is also A minus B. So A minus B belongs to P implies A plus C minus B plus C belongs to P. By using the definition of inequality, which further imply that A plus C is greater than B plus C, which proves the part B. Now we move on to part C. If A greater than B and C greater than 0, then CA is greater than CB, which means that if we multiply a positive real number on both sides of an inequality, the inequality does not change at all. So let's prove this. A greater than B implies A minus B is an element of P. C greater than 0 implies C is an element of P. So A minus B and C are elements of P. P is closed under multiplication implies the product A minus B into C or C into A minus B is also an element of P. C into A minus B is equal to CA minus CB, which is also an element of P. By the definition of inequality, CA minus CB is in P implies CA greater than CB. So A greater than B and C greater than 0 implies CA is greater than CB. Now move on to the last part. If A greater than B and C is less than 0, then CA is less than CB. That is, if we multiply an inequality or both sides of an inequality by a negative number, the inequality reverses. Let's prove this. A greater than B implies A minus B is in P. C less than 0 implies C is not an element of P. If C is not an element of P, by law of trichotomy, minus C is an element of P. So A minus B is an element of P, minus C is an element of P. P is closed under multiplication. So A minus B into minus C is also an element of P, which is minus C into A minus B is CB minus CA, which is an element of P. So by the definition of inequality, CB minus CA is an element of P implies CB is greater than CA, which is what we have to prove. So I hope you understood this proof. Thank you.